Sometimes bachelorhood really makes you look good, especially after hearing so many times that you're so traditional and African, and then you become a bachelor. I feel makes me look good. I want to let you guys know, Chris Jackson and Lily Petals, I do not have disagreement with your relationship. Chris is especially, when I found out about my kids' involvement with your family and Lily, that's the only disagreement I have. As a father, I don't care what Lily does with other folks, but it bugs me to see that my kids are already introduced to the lineage of your family. Like, tell your mother for Easter Sunday. Like, for Christ's sakes, what's going on here? Chris, you just recently got divorced. Lily recently got divorced. So if you guys are already together, that's okay. But it's Chris and Lily that are in love. My kids are not in love. My mom once told me women choose men, because women are obviously the gatekeeper, you know. But sometimes the privacy, I don't know how much percentage you have, Chris, with your kids, if it's 50-50, 20, or how much of a good father you are. But don't come and father my girls like you're the man, please. And this is to you, Chris, too, as a parent. You have a, and because of course I just checked, and all the Discord list of your mother and your cousins, your brothers and sisters, whatever that case may be, and in the chat group of your everlasting love, that's okay. But my protection, I just wished my girls cannot just be brought into this, And even if they were, I think you guys, it's a little too soon, unless I don't know what's happening here. Lily is all yours, but just don't tell my kids to lie to me. And Lily, don't teach my girls to lie. You guys have really done a good job, because all the Discord chat, so we have all this chat, that we had yesterday, but of course, it's deleted now. So that's kudos. But the thing is, when I found out about this, there's always a backup, like a highlight of introducing your kids, and also like that, this kind of stuff, it's really damaging, especially to my daughters after a recent divorce. It's barely even 3 weeks when Yuri and Dasomi's mom was crying about being lonely and being left alone. And if that's supposed to be the case, then you guys should act responsibly and protect those kids. My front ear is also fairly coming in. It's pretty good. I need an answer for this. And some of these things are really sensitive, and they're true story. So I'm trying really hard. I'm really trying to find a word, or, I mean, cheating or a cheater. I think I understand that concept, like pretty clear, loud and clear and simple. And that's easy, check. But I'm trying to understand this word. If two people are divorced and one person is actively seeing somebody else right after their divorce, once a father, you'll always be a father, and once a mother, you'll always be a mother. You need to really protect the young ones, especially after a fresh start. And having kids, I need to make sure I'm never raising parasites. So I have a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old. And so they're like an adopted family in a span of what? I mean, from the text messages, it's like it's been 2 months. Chris Jackson, we met them on YouTube. There's a video on Lily's channel about Chris and Shu, and they're on there. We went to a party, and we hang out, and we was friends for a while. But then, after, this was way back when we used to travel to Atlanta. Actually, I'm really glad you guys found each other. I really think you guys are perfect for each other, being that Lily has always had a crush on you, and I think you guys just complement each other. So, and even when I talked about my cheating video, Chris and Lily, that you guys were not part of the counting list of the 2 cheating that I've talked about. My problem comes when Chris and Lily, you tell my girls to lie to me, or you tell my girls to delete text messages. Or Chris, you have the balls to tell my girls when it's okay and not okay to tell daddy about you. Like, or how Yuri feels. And I might not matter, and I might have a different opinion. But I just think, dude, that's a little too soon. And that's why I have to keep this diary. You have, I don't know how old your son is, probably 6. You know, you're there, and a lot more other pictures that I don't want to intrude your privacy because I really care about privacy. But this is just for proof on the Discord because the Discord is now cleared out. I'm really sorry I invaded your party on Discord. So you have to formulate another channel, and that's okay. And I wasn't nosy until Lily brought this to my attention. But it worries me if I had to ask my girls, like, hey, has mommy introduced you to his boyfriend? And if my girl's answer is no, then I have a problem. But then the worst part is the influence that you've already vigor come into. That is a little too much to start telling my daughter to lie to me about your relationship, or for Lily to start telling my daughter to delete and lie. Like, that is not okay. So you have to realize, if you guys are going to be together, those girls will never be a Jackson. You know, they're still my girl, and we'll still be seeing each other. So I'm just gonna put this out here, like, your relationship. I've told Lily this even before this video, before I found out all this. I've said I am happy because this has happened too soon, and it's good for her. I am so. Probably it started years ago. Who knows? Maybe I might add it to the third list of that cheating video I made, but I'm not gonna do that. But I'm happy. I'm happy because love is a good thing. For you guys to be deleting messages, or to be telling Yuri and Dasomi to lie about your relationship, or to be attending gym, you know, my daughter's dance concerts together, and to be taking trips, or I think it's deep. But what I would ask is, I think that was a wrong move, and it's Lily and Chris that are in love, but Yuri and Dasomi are not in love. And so that protection, that's where I'm concerned. But my only point of disgust, which now this is where this gets a lot interesting. So what disgusts me is, so this happened. So if you look at this picture, this was February 26th when Yuri turned 10. Yes, Lily is back at it, at interracial relationships. So spoiler alert, I kind of suck. I'm not bitter, but I had to say this that way because we cannot talk person to person, you know, because everybody has their control. When it comes to the kids, then I got a diary like this helps my kid and helps me put things into perspective. So I just hope, you know, you take care of your son and kind of protect, you should be protecting them from these girls until you feel your relationship is at a level to start introducing, you know, other kids, step brothers, stepmom, whatever the case may be. I just thought, I might be crazy, but I just thought that that's the right thing to do. My girls, you know, I know it's not your fault. You're following an adult directive, and that's why, you know, they clearly tell me they were told to lie. But it sucks. It sucks to put my girls between your love and your relationship to try hide it because nobody cares. So my expectation was just, you know, you guys could have had a sit down and be like, okay, this is mommy's boyfriend, and let them be aware that way. So that way, when I see my baby take a picture of you being asked, hey, where are you at? And she says, you see, that's a mom asking her, where are you at? And she says, I'm with Chris. When I see this kind of shit gives me a heart attack. I'm like, who the fuck is Chris? So, but that aside, now this is where the fuckery comes in. Because you guys have been doing this for a while. But like 3-4 weeks ago, Lily, you were in my house, my room, doing all the shenanigan. And so I don't know, like, what do we call this? Is this cheating? And that's what I was like, what do we call this kind of thing? So you have introduced my girls to your boyfriend's family. And yeah, all are talking about Easter Bunny and grandma and all these trips, and all your kids and family are all like chatting and cheering on, which is good, which means you're happy and stable. But then 4 weeks after that, Lily, you're up here in my bed, getting it. Lily, you know, you cannot start your relationship with Chris after having introduced him and my girls to his entire heritage and lineage and still be snooping around. It's not cool. The same way you started our relationship is the same way you start Chris' relationship. It's just sickening. It really is, Lily. It really is sickening. To start off, like, it's sickening to me that my girls are all intertwined with Chris's family, and I don't know, and even Chris is at a position to tell my girl what to tell me. It's funny every time. It's the contrary. You know, Lily, I don't know if I have to keep directing this stuff at you. That way, I mean, I know you have to make money, but there are other ways you can make money. You can still keep your channel and, stop this dramatism of kids on camera and with your soothing voice. Guys, there's a front end to all these stories and there's a back end to it. The back end right now, I mean, you gotta make money, yeah. But the back end, if you really love Yuri and the Somi as you think, then maybe you shouldn't be telling them to lie to me. You know? Like, you shouldn't be telling them to delete the messages that you guys go back and forth. Or you shouldn't be talking ill or negative about me. Or it shouldn't be a struggle that you think you're the Superman and you're soft and you're loved. Like, just stop it. Stop with this. You have Chris. You have a man that you've brought into this kid's life, like you've been adopted into another black family. Like, it's gone. Like, these kids are freaking 10. The way you condition them, that's how they grow. And so now they're in Chris family, Easter and meeting his grandparents and his mother and, staying in your house. But I think the things you should be talking about when a man comes to stay in your house, the things that are important to me, it's not about your money or it's not about his daddy coming back or daddy's not coming back. That is immaterial. My kids have my name. As long as they have my name, I gotta protect them. And sometimes I gotta protect them from you. So the fact that even now on their phones, you've deleted all the discords, all the happiness moment that you have. And I hate to break this because, just take it as it is. Don't milk this divorce as you just stop milking it. It's just easy. Just stop milking these videos. And maybe surprisers or your stepdad or the Jackson family, like that would be something that you guys can go on now that you're together. Or don't be coming in my house and sleeping on my bed and trying to get it while you're getting it with another man. Like, I don't get it. Like, where is your sanity at? I have thick skin. Like, stop broadcasting these kids. I know they're your kids. Struggles we have is simple. We have a struggle because you have your niche or your fetish or your hard ways, the way you want to steer things. But that's not what relationship is all about. It's not about sacrifice all the time. Sometimes it gets to a compromise. I think you've started something good, even though you've started on a cheating note, because you shouldn't have been here 3 weeks ago if you're getting down with Chris. These videos you keep posting of my kids, it's not what reflecting of your relationship. It's not what's reflecting of me being not there for my kids and I should go back to Africa. And it's not reflecting of you wanting to take the kids along. It's not reflecting of my struggle. I don't know how much percentage Chris has. I had to fight tooth and nail to just even have 50%. I'm gonna say it as it is. You're over here telling Yuri about missing daddy and daddy's gonna come, co-parenting changing. And I'm over here, like, how much does he have posting his kid to my girls and introducing them this soon? Like, so stop with all this nutshell and egging and yeah. I know you need money. You're big time, but the perception that you keep pushing those emotions, for me, it's all about my kids. Now another man is in their lives already. Okay? And the way it happened, I had to force you to admit it, to tell the girls, like, hey, I asked them, like, do you know if that's your boyfriend? I'm like, the Somi, who's this? Who's Chris that you're with? You're looking for my child. Where are you? You're with Chris. Like, if I called the Somi and found out he's with Chris, then what? I know Chris and Shuv when we met them in Atlanta over a YouTube thing. So my kid's life cannot just be about YouTube. If you want to be around YouTube, everything about you is YouTube from your relationship and everything is about YouTube, keep it like that. It's okay. Find another niche. Leave them girls alone. But now you're worried about Yuri, and it's the same Yuri where you're teaching, deleting messages after messages, going back and forth when you insinuate me in a certain way, to propagate here to think in a certain way. And so those messages are so disgusting. I've seen them and I told you, but you still delete them. Delete message after messages. For a 10-year-old, you're telling her to lie about when you guys go places, breaking the co-parenting rule we are talking about. I think you love your kids, and we do, but just the mode, and that's why we're where we are. Your strength and your ambition to generate and do as you do, privacy, you know, you don't know the importance of privacy until it's breached. And I'm not here to give you a downfall. I'm just stating facts that are happening. We are even fighting worse than we used to. Okay? Because of the man like Chris and his son and this man that you just bring like boom. It's worse. Besides the on top of other cheating stuff that has happened, it's getting worse. Like I said, I hear James and I see James, and now you're recording my voice even after I say that. I hear those stuff, I release more. But it's gonna keep coming. So please, we can't talk eye to eye, mouth to mouth and agree that you keep my mouth and my kids. You can do other fun stuff like other YouTubers and still make your career out of it. But we can talk mouth to mouth. And so I'm gonna keep making this diary, and it's unfortunate it's public on YouTube. So just stop and let my kids and this divorce milking thing go. I think you're at a happy place with a man, and I think you guys are perfect fit for each other, okay? What I'd ask for is just that introduction and keep it moving. Stop telling my girls to lie to me. Don't tell daddy this, don't tell daddy, delete this, delete that. You have so much to hide. It shouldn't be like that. Or maybe tell Chris you're here 3 weeks ago getting it. Does it have to be like that? Is that how you start a relationship? Get it right.